Hey guys, welcome back to another Turbo Cop cast here. Today we're going to be casting 35th versus G1. This is actually a Season 10 scrim for G1 over here. This has probably been the same week that that Upward was being played. So if you're not familiar with Upward, what am I doing? I'm going to the wrong side of the map. Upward's another 4-point payload map. 4 points seems to be like the good number of points to go capture during a match. So at the very beginning, you got 3 ways to get out of here. Got far right side, which can be easily locked down. You've got the main cart exit right here, which has a long sniper sightline, and you got the hill exit over here. Combos like to post up on top of this platform here because there's a little health pack right here. There it is, comes back up. It's relatively easy to stay alive there. I like to see snipers post over here, snipe down the hill. I've died many times as a medic to a sniper sniping down this hill sightline right here. As you push forward, you generally want to take this top roof area right here, probably with your soldier or scout, and then push out into the red platform over here. Now there's a medium ammo pack there, big ammo pack there, which means that the engineer wants to post up around here, although what he ends up generally doing is posting up a little bit farther back. I actually like this sentry gun location right here for defending first point. It's very hard to take down with anything but a demo man or soldier. You once you spot it, you have a huge sight line to everything here. It's good distance to even get to the sentry gun. You might force them to pop a little bit early and waste a few seconds to get your gun, but doesn't cover the front here at all. It only covers the back part of point 1. So there's that back way. Spies like to take it a lot of the time to get behind them, and after you capture the first point, it's a battle of the hill here. So the cart actually goes below. Cart goes into this tunnel. Tunnel has 2 exits from it. You've got this first side entrance. There's supposed to be a medium health pack right here, and it leads down to this side area where you can be quickly and easily blown off of it because of pyros. If you fall off this cliff, you're dead. But the other way to get out of the tunnel is to go up the side here, and it's a much more aggressive and much less checked spot. And then you're right out in front. You're basically on top of the hill. And blue team generally wants to hold on to the hill here while the point is being pushed up, while the cart's being pushed up all the way out of the tunnel. And then you make like a concerted push either around the edge here or through this window spot here. This window spot is tiny and it's easily spammed out, but once you get your Uber and you just drop down, then you've got a great position to muscle them out of the second cap point area. So that's the second point. It's a game of tunnels and hills. More about the hill than the tunnel in my opinion. Third point is massive sight lines. So Car has to take this really long windy path around. This part isn't a technical hill section, but this part is, and this part is. So if you're able to put any pressure on the point when they're pushing up these 2 segments, you can keep it from like making any forward progress. So that's a free bonus for red. But the downside is that blue tends to play in a way that they want to make sure they have the whole area, while the cart's basically here, like underneath the tunnel bridge here. When you're pushing the cart from here, you also have like no sight line to this huge plateau area over here. So it becomes a battle of these 2 towers over here. You got blue tower, you got red tower. Controlling the area below it and controlling both each other's bases kind of becomes the name of the game there. This is where Demo Man becomes really strong because this area is not very big. You can spam from below, you can spam from above. And snipers like to post over here at the very beginning, try and snipe people getting the cart. I don't know why we're seeing the debug texture over here. This is defining something in game. I'm not quite sure what. I think it's some sort of spawn timer. If you're in this area, maybe your spawn timer changes. So I don't know what's up with that. I'll try and figure out why it's showing up later. Apologies for the technical glitch right there. So anyways, once you get the third point, well, even while you're still pushing the third point, you've got this side blue tower over here, blue barn area. It's very sneaky to get around here. People generally don't check it, and so you can get a decent flank from coming over here. It's also very hard to catch you going into it, because you can go all the way from below here, which is where the only major health pack is for this part of the map. The third point is very starred for health packs. Now red has a nice, very convenient little one right there, and they can fall even farther back into this big health pack right here. Most importantly is this, these are probably defining when these doors close. This door stays open when the third point is not capped, giving you a very quick, easy way to go from red spawn all the way out into the middle of the fight. Heavies like to take it, soldiers like to take it, but of course it could be spammed, and if you're able to control that area, you've got the third point on lockdown. So that's like the ultimate end goal for third point domination for blue. Once you're pushing into fourth, you get into, of course, the Red Fortress. Red Fortress is pretty even overall. It's weighted to this side a bit. Sentry guns classically go right here, but they also tend to go right here on this platform. But blue has all of this battlement area to control. They have a lot of easy ways into it. They can either, from this side entrance right here, they can go below and pop out to the other side. They can just go up directly above and control it, or they can try and get a sneak around from behind. So you go behind, pop out over here. You can try and control from this corner, pop out. Now you have a pincer on this health pack right here, and you might be able to control this health pack as well. Sentry guns from right over here can see into these two doorways, and to some extent this third one. So dealing with sentry spam is just like something you have to deal with a lot during the fourth point. What have I missed covering? Below here is actually kind of hard to control for blue. So even if blue controls this upper area right here, you'll still see red snipers like to sit here and snipe from here. You'll still see like combos try and hold from back here. But if you try and control from back here, it's a little bit too far off the point. And then point gets pushed all the way in here. The trick is you gotta make sure the sentry gun isn't watching this crucial key slope down here. That's generally where most of the fighting happens, because once you get the cart behind the box here, you have the health back, you have the cart, and you have just tons of cover from the red spawn. And of course the final challenge of the map is to push up this little tiny hill here. Make sure that you can only like stand on the sides. You couldn't really stand in front of the cart anymore to push it in, so it really limits where you can stand to win the match. So as long as red can control this tiny little board right here, they can still hold on to the match, but once again that's kind of hard to do. And cool thing about this map is that it's kind of a spiral. If you look above here, we can see where you start is basically where you end. It's just a very long way to get there. A big circular motion around the whole area. There are a few glitches with this map. You can jump over here and actually shoot into the blue spawn over here. You can snipe one of these little panels right here. I think it's this one right here. You can actually get a snipe into here. But I think a lot of that's been patched out at this point, and it's illegal anyway. You shouldn't do it in a UGC match. It could possibly get you banned. So this map is kind of glitchy, but not super glitchy. One very odd spot I want to point out is that you can stand on this archway right here, and NGs can actually do one better. They can build a dispenser right about here or over here, do a jump and get a teleporter up here. Then they can put all of their guns and their dispenser and their teleporter up on the top here. If you're able to contest the main cart right about here, this sentry gun becomes a massive, huge problem because spies can't get to it at all. Soldiers want to jump it, but they'll probably take spam while they do it. And it's a really good forward spawn area where you can put a teleporter, keep reinforcements coming in, and it's a huge height advantage. When they want to push the cart in, this angle is really quite good. You won't find such a good angle just like anywhere anymore. You can stand on these rocks. I wouldn't recommend standing on top of this rock too much. You're gonna get spotted by the red team if you're blue. But this one I would recommend standing on a lot. You can like hide behind it and then jump on top to get a little bit more height advantage. Throw out some sticks, throw out some rockets. Bait the soldier into shooting your rocket at you as a pyro and reflect it back. That's my favorite thing to do as a pyro, is to bait out the rockets. So yeah, I guess we need to go over the teams now. It's 35th versus G1. For G1, you've seen a lot of these people before. Spectre's on Spy. I think he's left now. Boot is on Scout. Junebug is still a medic. Saluka is our demo man. I haven't casted a game where he's in, but Gusty's the engineer. Bobby is the heavy. Firefly is still the pyro, and Soren is the sniper. So on the other side over here, this should be a steel match. So I'm pretty sure 35th is a steel team. I haven't seen them since season 10, but I hope they're doing all right. So we got Scout as Donald Trumpet. The soldier is the Rapist Network, which is an awful name. Terrible. Don't ever reference rape in a video game. That's really bad. You should never do that. Starlight is the medic. Zopper is the heavy. Revolt is the demo man. Attitude Cal, our engineer. Mango, the sniper. There's a popular fighting game player called Mango. I wonder if that's a reference to that. I think he plays Smash Brothers. Yeah. He plays Smash Brothers. He's like in the what is it? The Wombo Combo video. Wombo Combo! Oh my god, where are you at? Wombo Combo! I love that video. It's just so exciting and so emotionally invested. Like all those nerds are so into it. So, who did I miss? Oh, the Doom guy, Pyro, Zopper, Heavy. Yeah, that's it. I mentioned everyone. So, G1's defending first here. Let's see how they do. Oh yeah, sentry guns are oftentimes very posted up on the top of this hill here. Half the team dies for the engineer. I kind of like it for this match because you kind of don't want to walk all this way to get this ammo pack right here. It's kind of wasting 3 or 4 seconds. He built on the bottom side of the hill to cover this flank area a little bit more. If you built it up top here, you wouldn't get as much coverage. You'd have to like wrangle it and catch him yourself. It's an interesting alternative. Oh, he's got a dispenser behind this rock here, which is going to be hard to kill because even from platform you can't shoot any spam at it. You'd have to come around the corner here. You'd take fire while you did it. So that's kind of a cool spot. So let's see how blue reacts to this. I think so far they're worried. Spies are trying to poke out, but spies run into each other. Gets poked out. Scout cleans up the spy because he saw him earlier. Good trade there. Medic isn't here. He's like lagging out or something, and Heavy just cleans up 3 people immediately. That wasn't a good push at all, guys. Push with your medic. I guess they were trying to like make a suicide play happen, and to some extent it kind of worked because now the card's kind of pushed forward. But now we're in spam zone for the card from the demo man. He's got this platform you can spam from, no problem. So it's going to be hard to push it from here. Scout's going to try and clean up the demo man, but he gets behind cover very fast enough and then feels the wrath of the Heavy. So far, 35th hasn't done too much so far. They're really timid for pushing out here. Just throw your bodies against the cart. Like, the more aggression you can make happen early, the better off you can be. You can give your spy openings, you can give your sniper some space. And it's just better to just do things faster, of course, because the whole name of the game is time here. Okay, so finally we get an Uber popped on both sides. We lost the Heavy, unfortunately, for 35th there. Pyro doing a good job airing out the Heavy, so Heavy goes down. Great job, that's what you needed to do to clean up. Junebug was able to evacuate pretty well, and he's actually got a 10% advantage at the moment. Soren throws a great Girardi onto 4 people, so now they have to worry about turning around this corner here for a few seconds. Milk and Girardi Scout goes down. Just too many buffs, too many debuffs. So Soldier got a good angle on the sentry gun here, and he snipes it with the direct hit. So too bad for that sentry gun. And now we got a minute 45 cap, about average cap time overall. So they were able to make a concerted push after they got over their timidness, and they were able to make up whatever time they had. So good job 35th there. So now it's immediately go to the top of the hill. Heavy's caught out of position here. Heavy's trade. Sniper's down for red, which is unfortunate. They need the sniper to contest the hill for sure, because there's a lot of open areas on the hill, and it's really good to keep them like fall back off of it. Right now they're just walking all over it though. Scout's gonna try and come from behind here. Spy is sitting waiting to probably get the sniper as soon as he gets up. Level 1's up for G1 though. That might be enough to hold if they can get an Uber charge up here. And they do have the Uber. Blue doesn't. They need to spend time to build their Uber. This might give them enough time to build a level 2 or 3, which would be enough to force a premature Uber pop, hopefully. I like this mini sentry position up here. Just make sure that the sniper can't get anything done. Sniper's trade there. Mango gets sniped out by Soren. NG's doing his scaredy push. Up. Red medic backed off again. Wasn't able to save his Heavy, which is unfortunate because it's really nice to have the Heavy for cleanup. Pyro once again areas out the Heavy and actually forces him off the cliff, but Blue Pyro does the same thing to the red medic, so that wasn't a decent trade at all. G1 is just they're making a few key mistakes here. Primarily they're letting their Heavy die during the first Uber engagements, and you want to keep him up and alive because he's not going to do much right then, but he's going to clean up real hard later. I like Spectre's choice of a black box here because once you're defending the cart, you really just don't want to ever leave the cart and you need to get health somehow, so black box is a decent way to do it. Ended up making a 2k for them, and it's buying them a bit of time here. And in fact, we even have another sentry gun up, so Soldier wasn't expecting that. He goes down. Spy and Scout and Heavy are able to enclose. Oh, and the sniper gets the medic. Great job. So all because of that black box save there, they were able to get some good engagements right afterwards and buy themselves some more time here. So Great job saving the second point, G1. Really good job. Alright, let's go on a cam here. We'll go on the scout cams because I love the scout cams. Standard rollout for scout here. He's not using atomizer, he's just using normal bat. Maybe he should use the atomizer, who knows. But scattergun and milk are the order of the day for this scout. Engineer gets caught out. Let's see if scout can ping up on him. Great prediction. Gets him figured, but there's a sentry gun above on the platform, on the high tower platform there. So once you have this sentry gun up, things all of a sudden become a lot more difficult until you're able to take it down. So good job cleaning it up there. Scout shouldn't have poked so far forward. So scouts are down for both teams, so no wraparounds. Demoman peeking for... Oh, he doesn't get enough stickies off. He should have gotten 3. You need 3 stickies to guarantee death. This is a little bit of a premature pop here, and there's no follow-up, so Heavy's totally suiciding here. He gets the other Heavy. Is he gonna he gets the Spy and the Sentry Gun. What else is he going to be able to do? Oh, Pyro was able to finish him off. That was bad play by 35th. That Heavy should have been dead a long time ago. I guess they didn't know that the medic was backing off. Someone should have been watching the medic and calling it out. They weren't able to finish up the Heavy there, and here comes the blue Uber. This should be the end of the card finally. He's trying to keep him back. Just throw him back, air blast him back. Oh no, he's just sitting on the cart, buying them more time. So the sentry gun did go down, but they still don't have the cart at this point. They have 2 minutes to get it. They might not even get it in time. Oh no, here they go, finally. Here we go for a spy pick. Medic pick gets picked off by the spy. Couldn't catch up to the Heavy fast enough, but he does get the medic pick. And that is going to be enough to secure this red tower for red, hopefully. Or blue tower, really, for red. Maybe we'll just call it mid tower. It's mid tower, really. So they need to pause for some reason, and I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna stop the recording right here, and we'll come back in a sec. And we're back again. So that was the end of the pause, and oh, they got an Uber off right away immediately. I think they, during their tactical pause there, they must have figured out they wanted to Uber. They saw 4 people there, and they were able to clean up one of them at least. And now they have control of the cart, which is kind of nice. This Heavy is kind of moonwalking around now. That's unfortunate. Moonwalking is out of style. It went out of style about 30 years ago. Nobody really listens to Michael Jackson anymore, and he should know that, even though he's from the 60s. So, blue wraps back around. My HUD screwed up because they paused. Junebug is definitely down in Uber right now, though, compared to Starlight. G1 got cleaned up here. I have to go to my HUD, to my actual scoreboard now to see the updated HUDs. And here they go. They're going to push through the side area. Blue now has an Uber out there. This is the right thing to do. You know they don't have an Uber. You know they have pressure. Oh, Demoman gets picked by the spy, and the sentry gun gets cleaned up. So G1's kind of bleeding right now. It's not good. They're down 4. So that was a really fast third cap. Even though they had an Uber advantage, they popped it a little bit too aggressively there. They didn't have Demoman spam to follow up on their heavy Uber. If they did have Demoman spam, they could have killed 3 or 4. They maybe put some pressure on the medic and the rest of the core later. But they didn't, and that's what happens. Both snipers not doing the best right now. Soren and Mango could be scoring a lot more points. We haven't seen a ton of headshots out of them at all. Scout gonna try and pressure them out of the battlements here. And yeah, now this is what you got to do when you're on offense, pushing into the fortress. You get 3 times on the cart, and you make sure they can't get any sentry gun up here. Because if you can just keep your presence up here before they get a sentry gun, it's gonna make the rest of your push way easier. Like, he can't put a sentry gun down without losing it, and he can't even put a sentry down without dying. So they've killed the engineer many times now, and they don't have a sentry gun cover, and they lose everything. So G1, you had such a great defense on second, and then everything just fell apart from there. 5-minute time for the whole cap. Even though it took them 3 minutes, it was almost 4 minutes for them to capture the first 2 points. Then it took them less than 2 minutes to capture the other 2. Which is really strange. You would expect the last 2 points to be the hardest to capture. So G1's got their work cut out for them. And now my HUD is all wrong. HUD reload ski. Well, that just made things weird. Let's do it one more time. Okay, so we're just gonna have a weird HUD for the rest of the game. Okie dokes, okie dokes. I'll just have to keep track of everyone's player count manually. It's hard though. It's not easy. So what are we doing for 35th Century? Same Sentry spot. They have a dispenser near the health pack instead of near the engineer. I guess that's kind of better. I don't like holding down here at all. You can get spammed out way too easily. And let's watch on this sniper here. Let's see if you can get a pick down the main sight line. Snipers should see each other pretty soon. Both teams, I think, should have been running out for the top, and they are. Both snipes missed each other. Demoman, I think, tried to jump and ended up dying to fall damage. And yeah, they're just posting up. Ah, here we go. My whole HUD is fixed. Heavy's just poking. He should know that they're all there. They're all trying to hold platform. Soldier gets a jump. Great reflect from the pyro. Don't let that Heavy take any damage. He needs every health he can get. He's only at half health right now. He could have died to that. Oh, great job picking the spy. He either just like had his spidey senses go off or someone called it. Stopped any kind of extra push. So Uber comes off for red team. Able to clean off of that. Good job. Now the point says 6+ minutes, so I guess my HUD didn't update correctly after the pause. So it looks like it was actually about a 7-minute cap for 4 points, which is still a pretty good time. G1 still has their work cut out for them for sure. So Demo suspects they're going left, or it's been called out to him. He puts sticks down. That should at least deter them. Oh, he does pop one. He gets a blind pop there. Gets the scout. That was useful. Sniper goes down to spy, cleans up. Oh man, they're doing a really good job cleaning up, and they're not committing too many people here. We've still got the pyro and engineer and the demo man watching the point here. But it looks like the soldier is doing some good bombing work. Let's get on the soldier cam. Soldier's running standard with the gunboats, so he gets those crazy jumps. On a map like Upward, it's really good to run the gunboats for soldier, I think, rather than shotgun. There's so many places and so many walls to jump off of that you can really get a huge amount of mobility with those gunboats. Maybe more than you need for the follow-up damage of the shotgun. Good job finishing off the scout there. He really didn't want to get caught by the soldier. Oh, he knows the spam's coming, so he jumps straight out. Looks like they want to go again. They have their Uber, but they need to go with their demo man. Spy cleans up the Heavy. Now what do? Are you going to Uber your demo man? You should Uber your demo man. It's deterred the aggression from red for the moment. Blue should be able to get on the cart here. They're just not able to clean up this soldier because he's doing a really good job jumping away. Then the Heavy moved out of position to go get him, and then the demo man cleaned him up. So this soldier right now is a big reason of why they're winning for sure. Spy gets the double stab, of course, and you know that's always very useful when you get the engineer and the sniper. So no more support classes for blue so far. A little bit of a premature pop there. That might even things up because that pop didn't do too much. Here comes the other pop, and still another premature pop here. You've got to get near the sentry gun before you pop for sure. Like, how are you going to deal with this sentry? The engineer backed off of it, which is silly because he should have probably stayed around it, and now the sentry gun's dead. Yeah, just a lot of mistakes on both sides so far. Both teams aren't like pushing together super well. Both teams aren't like saving their sentry guns very well, and sentry gun's the lifeblood of an Upward game for sure. If that sentry gun had stayed up here, then this point still wouldn't have been captured, 100%. Even if like everyone else died, and maybe if you lost another person, I don't think they still would have gotten the point there. They trade off. Red Heavy spins up first, so Heavy trade out there. Took a little bit of fall damage there. Maybe he shouldn't have. Oh, good Jurati. He was over the hill there, and it got on the medics, and now the medic feels like he has to back out. He didn't actually have to, but he feels like he has to. Doesn't want to get spammed. He doesn't want to get hit by the lasers of the Heavy here. So they wrap around the backside. They're like, so far 35th has done everything to make G1 scared, and like it's not like G1 couldn't just march up here and maybe out DM them. Like it's totally possible. I've seen them do it before, but they feel really scared. You don't like flash the Heavy again. You're going on the pyro. I don't like this pyro Uber super much. Like yeah, you've now separated the Heavy. Congratulations. But look, your pyro went down anyway. He would have died to the Heavy even if the spy wasn't there. Forces the medic back. He's not even healing anyone right now. So even though they had a better pop, like they're still down an Uber because yeah, they forced the Heavy out of position, but they didn't have any follow-up on him. It was just the pyro and the medic there. Somebody finds a hat or something, so good for you. Soldier's just watching below. Oh, he's looking at the wall now, so now he's caught. And I like this. I like the soldier posted in tunnel. It's not here to stop a ton of people. It's here just to get the one advantage you can and to call people out. It's very hard to see this upper ramp here when you're coming in through the choke point. This might be the round. Like, Reds held the hill like very convincingly. These blue Ubers aren't like doing enough. We have a spy back around here, in the very back. Oh, he gets caught though. I think he was expecting a sentry here, but it was actually up here. We've got a really forward sentry gun spot. It's going to catch the soldier by surprise. Yeah, they've been able to fortify this position up here so well that there's just not much G1 can do anymore. You could try a sneaky cap over here. The sentry gun might be able to see you, and you could spam them out with the regular anyway, with your rockets too, because they do splash damage. They're not hit scans like the bullets are. Okay, so early pop for the demo man. They back off immediately. Soldier jumps in, tries to make something happen. He bombs the medic, but they just backed off too far. He tried to do a double jump there, and he was way too lit to handle it heavy after that. Red soldier comes behind, but once again the cores are just too strong at the moment. Now G1's actually up a player right now, and they've got the spawn advantages. They should be able to make something happen here. Now the heavy cleans up the medic because the medic moved ducked into here. And what did I say earlier? I didn't like that spot at all. You can get spammed out from both sides too easily. They pop a little bit early, but this is really just this is buying them time pop. The game's definitely over at this point because I don't think it's physically possible to capture 3 points in 1 minute. So, good game for 35th there. G1 had a good start, and then things kind of fell apart after that. I have to watch this a little bit more closely to see really what went wrong. But the heavy certainly wasn't sticking with his medic well enough, and maybe the demo man should have been able to put some more spam on this heavy medic combo. Like, 35th's heavy medic combo has not taken enough punishment. They haven't taken enough punishment for sure. And the person who needs to do that punishment is the demo man, almost always. They've been trying to make the pyro do it, and it's worked out semi-well, but it hasn't worked out great at all. Sentry gun's now in an absurd location. If you're able to get a sentry gun up here, you have the hill, 100%. Here comes a spy for the stab, but it's not even going to matter. G1's actually trading well now, but they're too far pushed back, and that's the game. Okay, so 35th played well there. G1 made a lot of mistakes. I just felt like team cohesion this time around wasn't that great. They should have been able to push a little bit more concertedly together. And their pops, both teams' pops were a little bit early. They probably could have stood to wait a few more seconds for each pop. I didn't see anything that was like a perfect constant pop there. So those are just a few mistakes that both teams made. This is a Steel match after all, so mistakes will be made in Steel games, and it's all right. But yeah, that was a decent game on both sides, and I was TurboCop. I'll see you guys next time.